Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you pointed right now, getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now. Outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding no whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out of suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she sucking my banana. Ooh, na-na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. Oh, I can't bless you for my gun mind.
You need that hopium. Can't stand looking at eNKIDU. No one killed the goat. You know what? Fair enough. I ain't mad at it, but I don't want to get my hopes up and I'll be let down. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen the snowfall in the city? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the city? Yeah, I'm living off moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the city? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right now.
I've not played some video games in a while. Alright, let's get it. Let's get it. Where am I? Oh, I didn't realize I was angled like this. 1 sec. And I'm gonna lean back. 25 ways of slowing down my sanity. First and foremost. Oh, don't kill me. First and foremost. Traumerei had that shit on. He had that shit on, bro. He said, Mega Man Psy Beast, Dragon Mega Buster. He thought he was Geo from Star Force. That was clean. I don't care. And also, this is something I've been saying. I thought I didn't get it 100% right. Where like I didn't know he divvied up his power into the animals. So if he absorbs them, he himself gets stronger overall. But I knew he could transform his arms or parts or whatever the case may be into any animal shape or part. So him absorbing Raging Rapids and hitting Gustang with the like dragon punch and stuff, that was raw. That was raw. Secondly, I want to apologize for my absence. Look, man, I've been outside, been enjoying life, been treading sun, been touching grass, kicking sand, snorting the ocean, lakes. You know, oceans over here, lakes. So. But we're good. We're gonna be good moving forward. So we're gonna be good now moving forward. We should be good moving forward. It might just be one more hectic week in September. Then we'll be back to our absolute regular scheduled program. Hope everyone was well. Hope you guys enjoyed the chapter last week. I did have to record it off stream. I didn't get a chance to talk about it live. So I will just say, if you have any questions or concerns or anything about the last chapter, feel free to ask anything about last week, because I didn't get a chance to talk about it. And then we could talk about this week as well. Then tomorrow on Twitch, I'm going to be doing the mystery of V. I put out the community post, if you don't know, asking you about all your theories, commentary, and thoughts and prognostications on V and what was happening there with Belleria eNKIDU. So let me know. I will do that tomorrow. And then Wednesday, if not Wednesday, Thursday, we'll probably do a Tower of God 2-tier list that I think Omar made them. And yeah, so hope everybody enjoyed the chapter. Hope you enjoyed the weekend. If you're like, I don't know if Labor Day is everywhere, but I think if you're North American, you should have Labor Day. So hope you guys got a nice day off to extend the weekend, and let's discuss. When is that father Gustang coming back? I think isn't he like on a mission or something? I forgot what happened with him after the Duma stuff. Heard a theory that Traumerei may have done something to Endorsey. Not sure though. Oh. It's crazy that I didn't think about that, considering he doesn't trust people. I think he's put some sort of weird controlling or fail safe into her, and as like a last ditch effort. That's actually, I don't know why I didn't have that thought, but well said. Not gonna lie, I prefer the furrification. So it's like a better version of Beast Boy. Well, you said a better version of Beast Boy. So if that's your reference point, it makes sense to me. But actually, it is true, because Beast Boy can also turn into like mythical creatures and stuff too. But yeah, my general point was just that, like, I've been saying this for like maybe the last 3 years, is that I believe that, like, if I was like, oh, he can like turn around and like become like a turtle shell and like and like then like hop out, and let's say okay, so you know how in NES lobbies, One Piece spoilers, they never got the NES lobbies in like 3, 2, 1. Like I will say, when Luffy was like, I'm not getting caught by that again, and he grabbed him by his tail and he went side-eyeing Roku Ogan. Like, I feel like if I try to hit him the step back on Traumerei, he could turn his tail into a dragon tail, turn his mouth into a dragon mouth, and breathe fire. But with this, it was slightly different. With the 7 he controls specifically, they have a portion of his legitimate overall power. So if he reabsorbs them and uses them like through his body, it's much stronger. And my guess is his general base stats go up too, but that remains to be seen. Your good ass chapter, I liked it. Sorry, I've been sneezing a lot. Oh yeah, Bobby. Thank God Traum does go Dragonfoot of the Ashen Trees, Vixen music, partial transformation of the right arm, stage 3, deepest, darkest abyss of the void in the dark nebula of space. Traumerei implanted a hidden camera in Dorsey so we can watch her breathe with Bam. Oh my God, wouldn't put it past him. He's like, I can't wait any longer. We'll breed him tonight. Well, breed him would be crazy, but you know. This indirectly confirms that Yama's a beast. He actually damaged a creature imbued with the family head's power. My birthday is coming soon, so the best gift SI you could give me is confirmation that the taxi is dead. And Dorsey's not dead. Isn't Ginsung with Loose Leg? Oh, shoot, you're right, with Garnak and Loose Leg. You're right. And Calhelm? What did I feel like I saw? No, that was maybe before then. I think I reversed the orders of events in my mind again. Oh, yeah, Rip and Dorsey. Damn. I made it. Hello, Han. How you doing? So the chess pieces do matter, or they're going to kill each other without even playing? I'm not even sure. I do have the sneezies. I do. Hola, mi corazón. They're going to... Wait. I think that the intention is to have the chess game still there. Okay, the chess match itself can't possibly still happen, right? Like that's cooked. But the chess pieces, the king pieces, for whatever reason, are very, 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 very important. I don't know why. I don't have the reason, but we're gonna figure it out together, as a group, in unison, as a team, as a squad. Around synonyms. Yo, what's up, Patrick? Why does Bam need indoor C's Bong Bong? Doesn't he have the second Thor and teleport? I don't think he knows how to teleport at will yet. And if I remember correctly, aside from the time he got dragged out of the floor of death, the hidden floor, with the second Thorn fragment, the second Thorn fragment, I don't think he's ever himself teleported somewhere. What he has done is teleported other things. There was actually, now I'm thinking about it, I can't say that because with the Crossroads, when Dorsey answered the question, Bam is Bam, he teleported everybody close to the game. But I still don't think it's something he can just do at whim, at will. But Bong Bong is easier, I guess. But well, that's a good question. We'll have to revisit that. Circle back to that. Unless this is the chess game, maybe. The reason that I haven't considered it because it wouldn't be the first time SIU set something up and didn't do it. Remember we made a joke. It was a cooking mama, dating show for Bam with the Lopobia women, and then there was the Canine Tooth Festival. That stopped. So he does it often. So if the actual great chess match doesn't happen, sure, but maybe this is what it is. This is the chess match, and then getting the pieces to the Great Hall is the game itself. Maybe they're not literally going to play a chess game. So yeah. There's Bam. Wait. Now I want to see the fusion of all 7 creatures and uses them for transformation. So do I. He forgot he has it. He did use teleport. He did use it to teleport for the Sprout. You're right. I remember that after I started saying it. You think Loose Leg, the boss, going to interrupt, or are they going to be outside the Sprout and fight each other? I think Loose Leg and or Mazzino are much more likely to interfere with what's going on. Where I think the boss / captain, he's more here as a chaotic force to throw a whole monkey wrench into the operation. And I think his goals might be bigger and deeper than what some people think. I'm not sure what him and his faction are here to do yet, so we'll have to see that. Also reminds me that Keating and Lobo don't have to do their matchup. Post sleep, Yama has to come do his thing too. Who else? The Snow Tree stuff, which I don't think will actually go to or whatever. Oh, there's Prouse and everything too. By the way, if you're here, like the video. We got 40 people in here, but I only see 11 likes. Get the likes up, man. Granted that may have just been piggyback of the Crossroads ability. That's kind of why, to me, it's he can't just do it instant transmission. He can't just do it yet. I think there'll come a point because obviously with Mazzino and them using spatial distortion, I know one day he'll be able to do it. But for the time being, Bong Bong. And by the way, he did mention a little bit that he wasn't at full power, so maybe teleportation takes a lot out of him. I don't know. A lot of reasons to consider. The chess game was the hands we threw along the way. The one piece for the friends we made along the way. To be honest, since Bam mastered Kel Helm's technique already, and Dorsey being important feels forced, the only advantage here is hers is faster. He doesn't even need the second Thorn. Oh, you think at this point he could just do it? Just be over here. Too slow. I have to see it. I don't know. I'm not mad at it. I mean, wouldn't surprise me again. She's the chess piece. How is it forced? She doesn't have it, but she's in the game. I think he means her utilization as Nightcrawler, as a teleportation Uber-chan. That's my guess. There is still room for Lopobia marriage now. Bam is a Lopobia. How do you guys feel about that? Him being you could call me Lopobia Bam or Lopobia Viola. And again, unfortunately, and this is starting to get on my last nerves, we just can't seem to get a really good, reliable Tower of God translation because I kid you not, I thought, first of all, there's a lot of grammatical mistakes and verb tenses that were just absolutely all over the place and wrong. But this last stuff with hundos or unos and the other one was just not consumable. I'm like, what are you trying to say to me, bro? Please help me understand. Help me to understand you. But where was I? Bam will definitely meet up with the twins again due to being stuck in the family for a while. Think Bam versus Kirin is inevitable. What about Lobodon and Kirin? I'm not interested. I don't know that I'm interested in seeing that, but but if someone was gonna fight Kirin, I'd rather it be Yama. I think that makes more sense based on maybe his relationship with Wang Wang. Just food for thought. That's my opinion. Next chapter, Traumerei transforms into a satanic goat. I'm pretty sure if there's any mythical creature he knows about, like a phoenix or something, I think he could turn into that stuff too. Isn't it weird that Belarir can't fly exactly like the boss, and both seem to come from the red light district? Can the boss legitimately not fly, or was he playing dumb to fool the hatchling? I don't know if it's confirmed he literally can't fly. Was he flying when we saw him pop up during this like war, or was he in a ship? I don't remember he was standing when he looked mad like brawling, like he was like mad swole. Like where was he at? I actually don't recall. I feel like the boss could probably fly. I thought he was just playing stupid to be like, oh, help me, because he's trying to like infiltrate the suspendium crystal anyways, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I can wait. Let's go back up. I used to think that Traum was the weakest of the family heads, but now I'm beginning to reconsider that. So him actually having given a portion of his power to 7 different things did give me pause and maybe go, if he absorbs them all, how powerful is he? So I'm with you on that. Bam already stored teleport with the second Thor twice. It's how he got back after saving the twins and how he freed the fish. Oh yeah, with this, yeah, but that I don't think I mentioned the fish part. That's a good point. My whole thing was, it looks to me like he's more comfortable teleporting other things and other people so far with the arrows and whatnot, more so than himself. But I don't know, like I don't particularly feel very strongly about it in any direction, because I know at some point he'll just be fucking Goku. Like that's what I expect. So like I'm not tripping if he can or can't do it now, because I know it'll come down the line, I guess, is basically what I'm saying. I can understand him taking the deal to save Dorsey, but otherwise, I don't like it. I didn't like it either that much. I thought the line, too, was like, call me a local, be a Viola. I'm like, no, why? You don't need that. But on Twitch, when we were speaking about it, I did feel like when Bam came into this war, or this game, he was more Paul Badal with Jason, with Tiara and Gustang, and talking to them, and him, and like Aguero and them haven't been on the ship and whatever with Rachel and stuff too. But now it seems like he switched sides. He just, and then like we'll get to the Belarir eNKIDU thing, but we'll talk. Let me catch up the comments first, and I'll circle back. Give me a second. We always knew he wasn't full power, but I didn't know he lent power to all 7 animals, not just sea dragons. Well, we knew he wasn't a full power, that's for sure. This is why I'm thinking, like, I wonder if Gustang either has a similar gimmick or can transform into something much more powerful. But the way that I explained it, like what Traumerei did in a way, is similar to what Frieza does. It's different, but there's commonality and overlap, by which I mean this. I think sometimes people forget. Frieza being in that like small dinky form in his like pod with his horns is him de-transforming to keep his power in check. The like skinny form with his head like shape, now that he has hair, with its final form, final form. That's what he looks like. That's Frieza. But he depowered himself. So like Traumerei has depowered himself in order for his creatures to do ish. That's the part I didn't realize. I don't know why, but I like Lopobia Viole. It probably sounds it sounds better than Lopobia Bam, I think. But Lopobia, actually no, that's the other family. What are we to make of Bam switching sides with Traum? It feels pretty forced to me. He knows what Traumerei did thanks to Leviathan telling him. Did he even read beyond the first sentence of Gustang's book? I have no idea what he doesn't know off of Leviathan in the books. But he did see it. I think he did mention, like, I might just like destroy it. And he's like, yo, like I think Bam just did it so Dorsey will get free, but he's still gonna make his own decision. But I'm with you. I don't know. I didn't expect that. I don't know. It's hard for me to really explain. I just want to see how it plays out before I really comment on it. But I can't say I particularly enjoyed the moment. I honestly do think full power Traum could beat Gustang, but I don't know. Nah, I don't think it's that easy. I mean, I think they're all comparable. I think it's all about strategies and abilities and how smart they are and using their powers and whatnot. Because this connects a one shot. Nah, the boss was definitely captain. Fact. I think the boss couldn't fly because he just used it as an excuse to hop on the hatchling to slow him down. That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Bellary is just a bum. Big facts. To me, it makes sense. Bam switched sides because Gustang wants destruction of the entire tower, and Bam knows because of this book. Traum done something some evil-ish, but he's not trying to take the whole tower down. My only like pushback, I guess, cause and if I'm the sun is in my eye. If I'm misremembering, remind me, but we know that Bam has the information ready available to him with the book and with Leviathan, but do we know for sure? No, we do know for sure because the narrator said that Leviathan was telling him something, but what we don't know is what he told him. What if Leviathan told him nothing but cap? Nothing but lies and fibs, fabrications, right? With the book, it's hard to say, but here's what I'm going to say. Bam is operating, in my opinion, at the very least, maybe something I'm missing. He doesn't have enough information. He sounds like one of those people who sees like a family feud or something and hops in to help, having absolutely no idea of the family dynamic and what's going on. And the person who's probably angry might have a legitimately great reason, like, yo, you just ran over like my daughter or something. And it's like you're barging in thinking this person is the aggressor, but it's like, no, you're the one who messed with me. So sometimes, like, I don't like when, like, naive kind of main characters barge their head in, because, like, to me, it sounds like Bam doesn't know what he's talking about. Bam has his own ethical code and moral compass. That's totally fine, but to me, he's out of line. Because even Gus is like, you don't even really know what's going on. And your mom tried to stop me one time, too, when I put her in a spliff. So just, like, we have the dramatic ideas on our side, right? So we know more than what Bam knows because we are observing the story in a different light. So I hear what you're saying, though, but I don't think it necessarily makes or doesn't make sense. I'm just going to wait to see how it plays out, and then I'll give my full judgment in due time. Traumerei done some evil-ish, but he's not trying to take the whole tower down. Yep. Bam switching side shows what a shooter he is. I thought I saw someone say, why is Bam so cringe? Shake my head. Damn. Bellary is the bomb. Where was I? Oh, God. I lost where I was at. Sorry. Kel needs to sue Bam for copyright infringement. So does Mule Love. He was running with his blue ore gimmick for a minute. It would check out if Traumerei is ranked lowest and prefers distributing his power even if he's weaker just so he can command things because he's lazy. But if he had the mentality of a winner, he could probably be a top dog family head. I actually like that, how you phrased that. I'm with you. I'm pretty locked in step with that. Call me Lopo be a Baol or Lopo be a Bam. Bammy? Bam's goal is to stop the bloodshed. Gustang isn't wrong for trying to break the status quo, but his solution of leading his subordinates to become suicide bombers for the other families is wrong, at least to Bam. Yeah. I don't get how Arvin gets everyone's name so wrong. Do I need to learn Korean? Like, I'm so tired of this. Like, I'm not in. The only other two languages I want to solidify is really Italian and Spanish, and maybe Japanese. But do I need to learn Korean, bro? Because this is getting ridiculous. We're getting some mid translations. Yeah, Arvin. They had like 1 or 2 good weeks, but I don't know what happened after that. I don't know. What's up, Star Destroys? I'm good, man. I'm good. Unfortunately, no Kubera, but TOG was decent this week. Yeah, I liked it. I don't have an issue with it. I thought it was cool. I got some questions. I ain't got no face. I got some questions, but yeah, it was cool. We know for sure that Bam read if Gustang opens the book, he wants everything to be destroyed. Bam interfering and wanting to stop this, no different from Bam interfering in the floor of death and going against everyone's wishes. He hasn't changed at all. He's saying he has. So is this your criticism of Bam, or are you just saying this? It is what it is. Like he hasn't grown up at all or matured. Traumerei needing to distribute his power to his anima shows why anima position in general was useless, weakest. If I were to make an analogy, it would be easy to level up, but have a hard level limit. Okay, so you gain EXP really quickly, but you cap at a 30 instead of let's say the game. Let's not do that. Let's say the level is 99, you might cap at a 80. Well, everyone goes like 99 or maybe 70 or something. Okay, I see where I'm picking up what you're putting down. Even with what we know, Gustang's decision isn't right. Even he knows he will regret it, but doesn't care. as much as I think what you're saying makes sense, that part is a matter of perspective. Because a lot of people in my chatting community will tell you, if you're a king or whatever, you have the right to murder if you could legally do it or whatever. Shout out to 40 people being in here. I need y'all to lick the like. No, lick the like button. Lick it. Lick the like. Lick it. Like, where did the C go? Lick the like button. Hit the like. Blue ore turned into his wings. Bam still stealing his flow. Facts. Gustang is going to completely destroy the 10 families in hopes something better comes, even though there will be endless bloodshed and no guarantees he should want to lead his family to be good. That's your opinion of what he should do. And ultimately, you don't know what he's been through and what experiences and what things have happened to him in his life that has led him to this decision. Again, I'm actually not disagreeing with what you're saying. It's just like, again, this is one of these things. Oh my God, I need to hit up Haku so we need to have the morality discussion in Tower God, because it's one of those things where, like, I can't tell you, I don't know where you guys lean ethically, right? So, like, my moral compass is kind of gray. You might be more good, more bad, more righteous, more evil, if you will. So I think this kind of thing is just a matter of your point of view. Like, to me, I would rather rock with Gustang than Traumerei. He hasn't really matured at all. He's still pretty naive in his thinking. I agree with that. If this keeps going, Bam will probably tell Zahard we can end this now. It's not too late. I don't agree with Anima being useless. I think Anima controls probably directly follows the Bang Mune rules. I think maybe amongst like regulars and in-tower habitants it makes sense. Yeah, it's perspective. But he doesn't even have that level of faith in himself or to think he has the right. The whole point of Dumas' fight was to show Gustang's self-blaming tendencies. It's probably just a high-skill ceiling position. I hate that Gustang lost an arm. He'll get it back. I wanted him to beat Traumerei easily, but it's cool that he can still control his arm. I genuinely, like, okay, you said I wanted it to happen. That doesn't mean you think it would have happened, but I think anybody who thought anybody was getting washed, if you had this thought, you were not reading. You were delusional. I do not think the gap in power between those two is some humongous chasm. I think it's comparable, but with different abilities, if not even, but their stats are distributed differently. Anima ability, intelligence, power, speed, durability, vitality, whoop-de-whoop, blah, blah, blah. Gustang has lived in this system for thousands of years. He, of all the people, has the right to say that the only way to real change is revolution. There you go, Omar. Depending on how evil Arlene and V turn or don't turn out to be, there's a small chance Bam will spare Jihad's life after beating him solely to spite the prophecy. If he even fights him and beats him. I'm not entirely convinced that's going to happen because I don't know that I think Jihad is actually the final antagonist of the story. That's just my opinion, though. I think the Anima stuff can be strong, but it requires the Anima to give up their own power and infuse into the Shinhue. There probably isn't a big gap between family heads until Edouan Aurier. You think those guys are actually like demonstrably more powerful than these guys? I still think it's always going to be decently comparable, but I do think there's a hierarchy. But maybe you're right. I think, you know what? I would like to separate the top six are Edouan, Arihan, Jihad, Mizuno, Phantom Minim, and Ryu. Did I forget anybody? I said Mizuno. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Imagine if Bam beats Zahard and says, "You are me." I think Gustang. For whatever reason, this thing is blocking me. Let me look at my chat here. Sorry. I think Gustang is as strong as Arya Kunha. I don't know. Let me tell me if you guys agree with this, right? Like the stats analogy that I use. Like, let's say all the family heads are actually like 100 overall. I just think where their stats get distributed are different, but they all have the same amount of literal attribute points. One's faster, one's stronger, one's better with swords, one's better with guns, one's better with controlling animals, one's a better fisherman, wave controller. Some are smarter, some are maybe a little more emotionally impulsive or stuff like that. Like, that's kind of how I look at it until proven otherwise. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Gustang could beat Kunedwan, honestly. I feel like maybe he can outsmart him. Even though the Kun family is supposed to be like conniving and, you know, intellect in their own right, intelligent in their own right. My brain is not braining. It's crazy. I think once you get I think Jihad is actually several times stronger than the family heads now. He has an adamant demon like Bam is ambitious unlike the others, and Gustang implied to Urek that Jihad is built different. I have no problem with Zeno, Urek, and Enryu especially just completely being stronger than everybody else. That makes sense to me. I don't know that I'm not worried about Mazzino taking on Zahar. I think Mazzino could beat him. I'm not saying Mazzino would beat him. I'm not saying it's a wash. I'm saying if Zahar and Mazzino won, if Zahar and Mazzino had a fight, I wouldn't be shocked by any outcome. Win, loss, or draw on either side of the fence. It wouldn't shock me. As opposed to what we're seeing right now with pulling in all the tricky tricks. I feel like I missed something. Hold on. I think once you get to the... Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Here we go. In Raw combat, Arya, Han, and Adwan are probably the strongest, but the other family heads might have gimmicks and contracts like Gustang and his stick and Traumerei with disconnect. Yep, special beam cannon. Or I suppose it seems as if anyone on Gustang's side already right now, based on the fact that multiple Kun branches were acting against the Hard family with Masheni during the nest. The strongest in the tower are all the fishermen and spear bearers. Why do you say that? I think unless you're being hyper literal, like if you kind of take all the highest positions and you look at the highest ranked rankers and you take their positions, most of them are spear bearers and fishermen. But elaborate though. I think that when it comes to it, they're all relatively the same, and there will always be factors in the fight, environment, circumstances, etc. I think they're all more or less the same, and would more or less win or lose the same amount against each other. There you go. Yeah, I just don't think it's like some oh my god, Yeon Hannah has to fight Arya Han. She doesn't stand a chance. Wait, did I say Yeon Hannah? Lee Rang. Come on, bro. Oh, that's a ratio, whatever. I forgot who I said, but yeah, I don't know. What's it to see? This is I could be wrong because this is how I felt about the Admirals and the Yonko. So, SIU has mentioned that fishermen and spearbearers are the strongest positions in the old blog post. Oh, so it may not still be true. That's a good point. A lot of that stuff's been retconned though, or like it's not canon material anymore. But fair enough. I mean, the weakest family head is undoubtedly Blood Matter, not because he's weak, because he's not immortal. I disagree with that, very strongly. Let me tell you why. Immortality to me doesn't necessarily have anything to do with strength. If Super Saiyan Blue Goku has to fight Frieza from the Namek saga, but Frieza got his immortality wish, is Frieza stronger than Goku, even though he can't die? Feel like when it comes to immortality, sometimes people delude themselves into something. If you can't die, but you literally can never beat me in a fight, you're not stronger than me. You just don't die. I could whoop your ass from Monday to Sunday into a bloody mist, but you just stay alive. You're not stronger than me. You're just unkillable. So I absolutely disagree with that, 100%. I think immortality makes people's mind go in ways that we don't comprehend because we are mortal, but I've never agreed with that sentiment. So no, I'm a pushback on that one, Daniel. So I do not undoubtedly believe Blood Matter is the weakest. Plus I'm sure defensively in terms of Shinsu resistance and whatnot, and protecting techniques that protect, I think he's the best. Spear bearers, Enryu, Adwan. All right, fair enough. I find it crazy that we've had two family heads fight for multiple chapters and still the highlight is Loose Leg being a stepper. Shout out to Loose Leg, yo. He's the one. Fisherman, Zahar, Arya, Han, Urek. Okay, so you're being hyper literal. Fair enough. I can't argue with that. I know it's a bit uncomfortable, but could you? Could I speak into the? My bad. My fault. I don't think that the position even matters that much. They can all cover for all the positions. It's not like they're stuck with one position. That's kind of what my thinking. I'm sure they all have a specialty, but they can all play every position in the court. Yeah, your Blood Matter is probably a center, but he can play point guard. He can play shooting guard. He can play small forward, power forward. I don't know why I forgot the positions for a second. I'm with you. But once you get to higher rankers, then positions don't matter. Power-wise, Gustang and Traumerei are in the lower middle family heads. Hanha and one at the top. We know that Blossom is stronger than Gustang as a wave controller. But does that mean that she's just stronger than him? You know, you guys know the stronger person doesn't always win the fight, right? You could be cut off guard by something. You could be having an off day. They could be having an on day. You can get outsmarted. Like, can we not forget that? That's just in a literal, hyper literal sense, though. That's not me necessarily making a story related observation, but I do think sometimes people forget that, like, a lot of times the better team doesn't win. The stronger combatant doesn't win. And make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button. Where the hell was I at? Family head, especially family at higher ranker level. Was V immortal? He was strong enough to take on all the family heads with just Arlene. And Luslek was apparently was weak back then apparently. I don't know if V is immortal or not. I don't know that V actually and Arlene actually fought anyone himself. They might have had some type of advantage or something to help them out on an equalizing force, if you will. I think sometimes with this community, we jump the gun before getting all the information. Like, yes, on paper, it would have been like 11 versus 2 in terms of the 13 Great Warriors, but we don't know who the 11 of them pulled up with and what 2 Arlene and V had. What if V had just way more numbers or something? Like, maybe they didn't have the quality of, like, family head level people, but they had quantity of people that helped kind of equalize that. Like, I think sometimes we jump to conclusions without considering all the variables. This is why you always catch me being like, a lot of the times, like, I'll wait and see, even though I always think it's fair to comment on what you have so far in the story. That's just my 2 cents, though. To be fair, any one of the family heads could probably take any position with their team items compared to other tower inhabitants. Yep, looks like was apparently weak back then. I agree that Han, once you get to higher positions, doesn't matter anymore, especially in a one-on-one fight. Yan hasn't impressed me at all. She looked good, though. The weakest is Blood Matter because he's the weakest. The weakest is Blood Matter, not because he's the weakest. You said it yourself. He's just killable. Yeah. I mean, she hasn't done anything yet, so how could she impress or disappoint? LOL. Maybe Tony was expecting more. Technically speaking, every single ranker has some form of immortality or eternal youth. I lost where I was at. Where the hell was I at? Youth. Wasn't Blood Matter the defender position holder? I have a feeling he has some more busted armor inventories. I wanted to put an Iron Man suit on. I don't know why. I just do. I think the Needle family head is also stronger. So Arihan. Gustang is a researcher. Traumerei is a mad breeder. They might not be the weakest, but in the bottom half. Fair enough. Doing nothing doesn't impress me. Fire hack is cute though. Well, it doesn't seem like Gustang does a lot of wave controlling during his fights so far anyways. He's been using more just like heat and fire related techniques for some reason. And just ashing his cigarette and blowing it out and stuff. Yeah, Nayev, there are large differences in stats like you said yourself, that they are roughly equal with each other. That's why immortality plays an important role in determining the winner. I know what you're saying. I get your point, but I still disagree with it. Ultimately, the stronger combatant is the stronger combatant, whether you can die or not. And I think there's fates worse than death, because if you can't die, but like I seal you away in some dimension where you feel time pass the way that like Mayuri from Bleach did to the eighth Espada, like it felt forever before the thing stabbed his heart. Like that could be torture. Like to me, immortality isn't really the end all be all. But fair enough. No bangs, no Shinsu, area control, etc. from Gustang, just summons. Gustang is a wannabe wave controller. Mr. Streamer, please speak into the mic. A bit off topic, but what's up with the art? At the start of the chapter, glasses were going through his ear. I don't know. Probably just a lapse in judgment. or maybe just something they missed. I guess. I agree the stronger doesn't always win. That's why I said the circumstances play a large part in it. And for that reason, I think family heads would always be around 50-50 with each other, depending on various factors in their fights, like environment, maybe emotional state, et cetera, et cetera. I'm agreeing with that. Again, I just, hopefully when it's all said and done, this will all make it'll make way more sense, but I don't know. I know it's annoying, but please, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I feel like everyone else is fine with how I'm talking, though. If more people were upset about it, I probably would do it more, but I just don't like holding it. Like, I want to just put it down. But all right. I agree. Wait, I read that already. Various factors in their fight. We already knew that blood matter family influences is the weakest because their children always died young. But that's because he takes their lifespan to stay alive. SLU said when blood matter is teamed up with everyone, they're unstoppable. Why are people underestimating blood matter? And I personally think when he gets introduced, SLU is gonna reveal a lot of secrets. I'm with you. Okay, this is the thing that I just have to deal with as a streamer. Just like some people are just convinced no matter what. Like, we haven't seen, we don't know nothing. We really don't know anything, and people are just convinced. Nope, he's the weakest. Has to be, and like I try to like be objective and like paint a picture where it could be this, it could be that. It's like, no, his kids die quickly, so they suck. Okay, but yeah, I never forgot when they say when Edouan with the spear and him with his defense, when they team up, they were like virtually unstoppable. But I try, man. I try. But sometimes but done talk. I doubt the family had to pull up on every battlefield themselves. Maybe V used guerrilla tactics. To be fair, 2-3-3's my guess for the weakest because I think he's a nerd. Oh, he's a peeping Tom, yo. With the God eye. Where was that? Where would you rank how hard they are going in this fight from a 1 to 10? No higher than a 4, no lower than a 3. 3.5? They are playing tickle butt, Tony. They are not trying yet. For real. Maybe 4. The person I want to see fight the most is Mexeth. He has to be family head level with all his items. We will see. Although Traumerei said he is actively using his Shinwan Ryu already, right? What is his Shinwan Ryu doing? I don't know what his Shinwan Ryu is contributing. It was called All Creatures. We saw this towards the end of the Cat Tower thingamajig, whoop-de-doo, blase blah, but I don't know. I don't remember. Like, I don't know. Because Gustang hasn't used his, I'm guessing. Considering how powerful Valhalla is, if Traumerei could fully control Leviathan, he might even go up a level combat-wise. If he had continued treating his creatures as friends, he would have been stronger. That much I can agree with. Gotta have that Pokemon. No. That pal bond, yo. Get the pal sphere. Catch your pal, and you gotta bond with him. Having immortality or high-speed regen only matters if you're already relative to your opponent in some way. Exactly. And I'm a speed merchant, so. Oh my God, Naya, strap the mic to your head. I actually do have one of those things, though. The swing arm. I forgot I had that. I actually completely forgot I had it. I don't know how. Because I was using it for a while. So maybe next time I'll just put this in there. Put it here and leave it so it's fine. But my bad. Where the hell was I at? I don't think Gustang or Traumerei would ever beat Han or Edouan unless something abnormal happens. That's right, I'm unstoppable. Well, I did use to tell you that you were often too quiet when you move far from your mic, but I gave up because you kept doing it. But that was the other mic. Isn't this one better? I thought this one was louder. It sounded louder to me. You used to tell me too, but I don't know, man. To tell you, the problem too is I'm not a projector of my voice. Like, I don't speak like this. Like, I'm a mumbler. I'm a mumble rapper, which is, I gotta work on that. Still, though I wonder, did blood matter doesn't have any type of immortality, even a normal ranker has? Like, he was so desperate to live and continue to have children. Like, I make the joke he has to fuck for his lifespan. What's up, Kyrie? I think Traumerei is about 4 out of 10 in effort, and Gustang is about 2 out of 10 in effort. Oh, I guess I could have separated them. don't know. I'm still like 3.5-ish, I guess. I thought Traumerei was using his Shinwan Ryu as a giant fishbowl to keep his summons plus revive skills. So all those creatures just roaming around doing a bunch of stuff. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. From 1 to 10, what is my number? Oh, my ranking for this week? Probably like a 7.5-ish, somewhere around there. My elbow. Oh, I hit right in the spot. Oh, my God. I'm okay. I'm all right. Just a flesh wound. I like the chapter. Chapter was good. I liked it. Blood Matter's height is 43 feet. Stop playing with him. He's gonna be a problem. I believe it. Like we are lock and step. Like I'm not disrespecting any family heads, except maybe 2 per pre. I think he's a nerd too. Nerd. Give him a wedgie and a swirly. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be nice. If Bam just showed Urek how to use Shinwan Ryu. If Bam just showed Urek how to use Shinwan Ryu, Urek could actually become significantly. You don't think Mizuno can use Shinwan Ryu? Blood Matter is a big target then, but he can compress himself. If Urek learns Shinwan Ryu, he'd probably only use internal Shinwan Ryu we see Jihad use. Is it? Has it been stated he can't use it or something? Or he just hasn't used it yet? I don't think he can't use it. I think Shinwan Ryu would have let Urek save fight Helljo without Shinsu, without Bam, although that's just my headcanon theory. Okay, fair enough. Blood Matter ain't an offensive combatant. I think it's fair that he would be on the lower ends of the power spectrum for the family heads. Why are we disrespecting defense? This is just my life. Everyone's an offensive merchant. You know how important defense is? If you can't hurt me or get past my defenses, what does all that offensive firepower mean? That would not put me lower. You can't score on me. I can guard you. I'm nice. Who cares if I can't drop 30? You can't drop 3. That makes you good. Oh, God. That's a defender and someone who always likes defense in like football and basketball. I get it. Everyone's an offensive merchant. You get used to it. Where the hell was I at? Wait, even that would make his stats double or more. Blood Matter, blah, blah, blah. Even that would make sense. Aryahan is like that, though. Shot to the strongest. Great max expectations. I don't got any. I don't know. To me, it feels like Gustang and Traumerei started fighting seriously. Elaborate. Why? Why do you think that? I think they're starting to pull out more ish, but I still don't think they're nearly. I'll be so disappointed if they're already almost showing their full power. Well, actually, you're not saying they're showing full power. You're saying they're fighting seriously. I forgot who made this in the Twitch chat, but this was a great point. Traumerei ramping up very slowly because he doesn't care. He didn't really care. He didn't want to be involved with this and didn't want to fight. It was like, are you really going to make me do this ridiculous shit? I just want to do this. And look at Ants do their thing. Like Traumerei was not engaged. But Gustang is like, yo, I'm here to kill you. So he should be more fired up, I think. Or like going harder maybe, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about Traumerei saying, yo, I'm not the evasive coward you think I am. I don't even like to dodge. Give me a comment on that. Oh, ish, man down, call an ambulance, but not for me. Bullying builds character. Facts. My most hype family hype. Me, I've said it many times. It's Blood Matter. Blood Matter to me has the most intrigue and is not even particularly close. But right after that, I'll go with Eurasia. Traumerei is the one I've never. For some reason, I just don't care about. But that's not a lack of not wanting to see him or her or whatever. It just see him. It's more so like you get like one statement: Opera, God's Eye, Traumerei, like, and like just never really mentioned again. So like that's not top of mind when I think about them. But Hot Urine's up there too. I want to see Hot Urine, but for me, it's Blood Matter. I think Haku, me, and a couple people did a prompt, and Joe, I think. And I spoke about that. Mazino didn't learn it from GOG, but he doesn't need it. While the current consensus is that Urek doesn't know Shinwan Ryu because he talked about it as if he didn't know how to use it when he saw Bam using it. Interesting. God of Guardians never taught Shinwan Ryu to Mazino since he saw Urek was already stronger than him, so he just let him go. The best defense is a good offense. Urek has seen the Shinwan Ryu, but as he refers to it as the 10 families techniques, he just doesn't use it. I'm surprised. I guess I didn't catch that. Fair enough. I think Urek can't use Shinwan Ryu because the God of Guardians didn't teach him. Well, he might learn it. He might learn it later. Fair enough, though. I probably just didn't pick up on that. That's not me. I'll take that L. How many more chapters till the great match? I think eNKIDU will join Team Rachel. I don't know. I can't say I particularly care about that. I just want Traumerei and Gustang to fight, and I want Lustek and Mazino to come do crazy stuff. I'm not particularly interested in the great match. But then again, maybe I'm wrong, and it's going to be super intriguing. Urek was never taught by the God of Guardians since he was stronger than him. Blood matter disrespect is crazy. It is, but it's okay. You get used to it. Urek himself says he doesn't know Shinwan Ryu, the God of Guardians, never trained him. He said this verbally out loud. Can you please give me the chapter? That I don't remember. You guys picking up a context clues of him not using it, maybe? Sure, but I remember him saying, I've never learned it. I don't know how to do it, but fair enough. He saw the family had use it as if they never explained it to him as an irregular exclusive cheat skill. Relax, Naya. At least you never heard those. At least you never heard those speed glazer. When blood matter stalls. Listen, I'm a speed merchant. Speed raw. But speed is not the end all be all. When blood matter stalls Jihad in the final battle and Jihad is stun locked, y'all will regret the disrespect. Gus, don't flinch. Traumerei, bet. Yeah, Urek was stronger than the God of Guardians, so I could see him saying, when he learned something from someone weaker than me. All right. SCU is really clever. If you notice in the flashback when the robots were overwhelming them, SIU still didn't show the best defensive family head. Why is he hiding blood matter? Because I think blood matter comes with a lot of information, lore dumping perhaps, and like some history because he's the only one without that contract. And when he's introduced, we're probably going to learn why. I don't know it's a lack of not wanting to show him yet, but more that he needs to keep that information to the chest for the time being. I could be wrong, though. If Bam explained to him what it is and he seriously developed his own Shinwan Ryu, would make him a minimum of twice as strong. This is why I also think Urek and Jihad are between family heads and admins. Oh my God. This is just not going as well as I need to go down. I think Gustang will use a library to fight Traumerei, but not Shinwan Ryu. Would it make sense for Gustang to be launching a war if he needs effort to kill Traumerei unless he partners with Kun? Blood matter. You said I was worthy of the king of the King's shield. Let me shield you from your foolishness. Wake up, adventurer. That's the line. Wake up, my friend. Just realizing the family heads had two of them voyeur sickles in their groups. Traumerei, Traumerei, no wonder V and Arlie had to leave to get out the business. They're like, all right, they're like smooching, and you just see like a little, damn it, Traumerei. Traumerei's just there at the door, looking through the crack. Blood matter has the highest change of resistance in the tower. That has to mean something. Agreed. Traumerei's so lazy, he don't quit dodging. He's so funny. Blood matter will pull out you have to kill me as many times as I've consumed the kid's life to make it harder to kill him than the average family head who just has, I think you said average, the original contract. Is Traumerei in Canada at this point? We don't even know their gender. I'm afraid SCU has forgotten her. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a slight change is made, but I don't know. Also, what's funny when Gustang burned Bam and told his family members not to antagonize Bam and his friends, and he burned Bam directly. Because Bam wasn't listening. Only time you see Blood Matter family, he got washed by early season 2 Bam trash. I want to be very clear. I have my opinion. I don't feel particularly strong about this. Like, if you don't like Blood Matter, you think everything about him sucks and his family, more power to you. Like, I don't feel strongly about this. I'm interested. Like the video. Like it. Do it now. Two Paris, the leopard of the family heads, with the most elusive of the bunch, just stays in his opera watching real-time prawn all day. If Mazzino went through Revolution, he probably would just see himself dropping a three-pointer with Mad watching. What's my opinion on seeing the line inside of Bam for one panel? Do you think V will awake this arc? I did mean to mention that, so you reminded me, but I'm going to circle back to it. Give me a second. I'm not going to lie, Gustang's staff seems to be kind of useless if Trauma's willing to take the hit, I guess. Urek is so stupidly strong that without using Shinwan Ryu, he beat the strongest family head who was using Shinwan Ryu as an A rank. Granted, he's playing with New Game Plus stats. Urek has mastered his own Shinsu quality, though. It's light, and it makes him move faster than that will normally be possible at his level. It seems that we're finally getting that antagonist role for Gustang, as how you promised. Yeah, with Bam switching up, it looks like, you know, the Pobedal family now could be... I still think it's going to be a bit of both, but he is stepping more into that. Okay, well, Bam's against him now, too, so... He now becomes an antagonist by definition. Do I think V... I think V will wake up, or whatever that V power is. I don't recall ever seeing that line that represents the V power outside of Bam's, like, inner world thing. It looked like when the fire was burning Bam, it appeared outside where Gustang was burning him. What do you guys make of that? I thought that was interesting. Urek also completed Revolution naturally. What do you mean by New Game Plus stats? Are you one of those people who think he came into the tower like super duper strong? I just can't believe that. I just don't. That's like me rejecting all the V theories. I gotta see it to believe it. I think Mazzino came in, maybe he was stronger than the average or regular, but I don't think he came at the level of strength he was. But yes, he's called the Ray Barracuda because he can launch Shinsu at the speed of light. Champion of the tower. My guy. Urek Mazzino. Yo, so y'all let me know right now, how did that look in the anime? I haven't even peeped it. How did it look in the anime? Tell me if you guys seen the Mazzino entry, the Mazzino scene in the Flower of Zagania. Did that happen yet in the anime or not yet? Because I think I saw a preview of people talking about how his tattoo looked bad and blah blah blah. Like, did they do that any justice? I have a feeling Gustang will give Bam a bigger ultimatum by the end of this arc as a way to cement him as an antagonist. Do you still believe Traumerei is the weakest family head? I don't recall making that statement, calling him the weakest family head. If I did, absolutely, I retract that statement. Absolutely, if I did. I don't recall saying that. I do think I said maybe he's the lowest of towards the bottom. Though I'm one of those people who always thought they were all pretty comparable with different. Their stats were distributed differently, so speed, power, agility, yada 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 yada. That's kind of my point of view. But yeah, definitely now knowing he's literally given his power to the 7 things he controls, and when he takes it back, not only can he use it better, my understanding is his base stats go back closer to what it's supposed to be. I think he's a lot stronger than we let it on to be. But I never thought that he was weak though. I think that if V awakens, he'll partner with Gustang to destroy the family heads. Looked like ass. Happened 2 episodes ago. You think that panel was Gustang resenting, tickling V? Maybe V will come back once he's in the presence of Gustang's full resentment. The lines had cracks around it when Gustang hit him with the Shinsu fire. By shonen law, Traumerei is being fought first, so he's the weakest. This is not a shonen necessarily, but fair enough. Anime was doo-doo butter. Oh no. Oh, sorry. Where was I think Urek probably was in a location similar to the tower, but on a smaller scale. Then broke out and entered the tower. He was at minimum high ranker, a floor 1. I vehemently disagree with that, but well, let's have to see what happens later on. I just don't agree with that opinion. Urek has a rap theme song though. It's Eminem. Killing them, drilling them with cinnamon. We need Gustang resentment fanfic child to come awaken V or Smith along those lines. Gustang is only an antagonist because Bam doesn't listen to anyone. Fair enough. This week was interesting. I agree. I think Gustang wants to awaken V above all the knowns of the tower shouldn't be in the hands of bugs, but Belleria is just plan B in case V never awakens. That's an interesting theory. Just to reiterate, since we got like 50 plus of y'all in here, tomorrow we're going to go through all your commentary, your prognostications, theories, and whatnot related to V. I made a community post, so if you haven't dropped a comment yet, go do that. We're gonna go through it on stream tomorrow. Then either Wednesday or Thursday, what we're going to do is we're gonna do Omar. I think Omar made two, I think it's him. I know you sent it to me. I don't know if you made them. He made 2 tier lists. We're gonna do them. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Maybe V felt the fire and would have woken up if the fire had continued. It's possible. Urek was definitely way stronger than the average regular climber, and I think stronger than the average ranker too when he climbed the tower. He climbed the tower in 50 years. Fought Ariahan evenly by floor 100. You don't do that if you're just a regular level. But what if he just has an incredible growth rate? Some people they learn quickly. They pick up things very fast. Maybe he was just focused on the climb. Right? Like, I could end up being, like, again, I could end up being wrong. Anytime I'm wrong, I come and I tell you guys, like, you guys are right. Like with V, like with Yash Ratcha, like with Liboric. I'm not the one to be afraid of being wrong. It's just like, sometimes I think we don't think about all the moving parts and variables. If I come in the tower and I'm OD strong, but I'm, like, taking the scenic route and I'm like, oh, I want to explore the floors and talk to the people, even if I'm super strong, it'll take me longer. What if I come in and I'm not as strong, but I'm like, yo, speed run to the top. Focus on test. I might climb it faster. This is what I mean when I'm like, sometimes I feel like a lot of you guys, you just decide something and you stick to it, and no matter what, like, there could be so many reasons why he climbed that quickly. Not just because he's like, strongest, punch administrator, and let's win every administrator. Like, there could be so many other reasons. That's kind of the only point I'm trying to make. Not necessarily that you're wrong, but I don't believe it, though. I have to see it to believe it personally. Did it check apes? Hold on. I'm gonna post it. Gustang was impressed. Bam could stand up in the fire. Not sure if this is a result of special power or Gustang set the flames to only cause pain and couldn't believe Bam could still move. I think Traumerei is fighting with bigger handicap than Gustang because Traumerei also gave his power to Leviathan, and he has no way to take it back, while Gustang has the biggest damage come from the Boki. What if some of Gustang's power is possibly in the book that Bam absorbed, though? Right? Not impossible. Oh, wait, the picture you sent me. Give me a second. On his Emiyashiro. Bam, anytime someone says that says something that makes sense. Just because you're correct doesn't mean you are right. Regarding Erect's power, just look at Bam's progression and it multiplies several times. If Gustang was really just able to catch up to the strongest head in 100 floors with talent and not an observed starting point by now, family heads would have been insects to him, but loose leg proved that wrong. Hasn't Bam been climbing for like 30 years? Actually, I have no idea what the timeline is. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't have that information. Oh yeah, Leviathan there. Forgot about that. I forgot about the book. And I was wondering if, like, okay, so if if Traumerei is weaker in a sense because he's giving his powers to Raging Rapids and blah 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 whoop de whoop Valhalla, what if Gustang has a similar gimmick or just another form, like Bookman, the Librarian, like Transform or something, or like he could absorb texts and scriptures back into him, or maybe think Dumas and Tiara and stuff, like the people who have like one of his characteristics, like austerity. What if he takes that back and he's stronger too? Like, it could be a similar gimmick. I don't like the idea they all have like the exact same like powers and gimmicks and stuff, but them having a lot of commonality and overlap does make a lot of sense though. Bam steals so much stuff. That's fair. Tony, I also be forgetting stuff. I think Gustang also has some of his power split between his creations like Dumas, are all scriptures, right? He can make them move without powers attached to it. So I don't think the whole Traumerei getting power back from dragons means much. Gustang probably in the same situation. That's crazy. I just said that in my own way. Well, at least we know Gustang's power is in Dumas and probably Proust, so I'm guessing maybe it's similar to Traumerei. Bam has been here for a little under 15 years, but his growth has been amped with his Devourer ability. Well said. Well said. Because it's like, I think I have a decent example, but let me make sure it makes sense to myself. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay. One Piece spoilers. If you're not all the way caught up and you care, just step away for a minute. 3, 2, 1, 0. Kobe and Helmeppo. I mean, and Kobe and Luffy. What the hell? Well, Helmeppo's slightly too. I could, and I would make the argument out of any One Piece character in this series, Kobe has boasted the greatest growth rate. He wasn't naturally the strongest. He was a literal non-combatant, a bitch on Alvida ship. She stinks. I could beat her ass. She not hitting me with that big ass club with her slow. Well, I guess now she got the slip free, but I'm talking about chapter 1. And look what he did with Honesty Impact now on Beehive Island. As strong as Luffy has gotten, and the fact that Luffy is still stronger than him, stronger than Kobe, I feel like you could make the case Kobe's growth rate is better, especially because he started off as a complete non-fighter. Sanji was still being trained by his dad and had like the experiments and whatnot, right? Zoro was going from dojo to dojo, so they were still like physically active. Garp was literally on his like nigga takes Luffy, throws him into the jungle, live. Like they were putting in work from children. And look how strong Kobe is comparative to me. That's what I'm thinking when it comes to the whole the Mizuno and the regulars and climbing thing. Like I don't think it's that simple. I just don't. I could be wrong though, but I think there's more to it just than that. I'll leave it at that though. You guys can come back now if you're not. Let me meditate on it for a second. Yeah, Data Jihad advanced ranker level was actually floor 50. A Jihad floor 41 Bam beat him by overpowering him. I don't even necessarily agree with that. Bam beat Data Jihad. Data Jihad couldn't recover because he was Data, and he decided to let him get the Fitbit. That fight could have continued. They both had more energy to keep going. I'm not saying that Bam wouldn't have won though. Didn't Evan say that Urek was already monstrously strong as soon as he entered the tower? He did say that, but that could just mean that he's the strongest or regular who ever entered the tower. That doesn't mean that he was a high ranker when he came in the tower. Shout out to the Pink Mamba. Usopp was training his lying and nose extension skills. That's crazy. One Piece, a lot of restrictive rules for power growth in TOG. Effort beats talent in One Piece. In Tower God, talent is everything. Effort is just to unlock it. That's actually a good point. That is true in terms of effort and talent. That much is true. I still think the point stands though. Like growth rate. Growth rate is a thing. There are some people who are unathletic until they're like 18 and all of a sudden they can dunk. And you're like, you was a slow, weak little punk until like some people just progressively, but that's just real life stuff. But okay, all right. I want you guys to tell me what your favorite panel was this week. What your favorite piece of dialogue was, and what your rating for the chapter was this week. Talk to me. I give it a 7.5. My favorite panel was Traumerei pulling out the dragon cannon. As for dialogue, I forgot what they were saying. Let me look. What did I say last time? We kind of, before that, I guess we should kind of talk about the eNKIDU stuff. The eNKIDU Bellarir stuff, I suppose. Oh, this maybe it's Gustang talking about like not regretting to smoke cigarettes or whatever. That was cool. We will talk about unos or hundos. I've seen like 3 different ways it's been spelled so far, so I'm not sure what's what, but we'll circle back to that in a later discussion. Traumerei was really on what Machete told Ran. Just take the hit and hit him with something stronger. Man said, bonk. He said, I'm going to take your arm. When Gustang burned Bam and said, you can't. I think only Envy and Phantom count as higher rankers when they entered. Okay, that's fair. Do you think TOG could have benefited more in Season 3 if SAU continued to have strict power levels like Season 2? I think the problem isn't necessarily about having a strict power level. I think sometimes not having restrictions, or at least kind of like proper limitations and whatnot surrounding your power set, makes it difficult for you to really gauge what it is you want to do on a day-to-day basis. So if you know that most people could only do 10 key blasts in 24 hours, you can work around that. Execution is everything. I don't know that the intention and stuff was wrong, but sometimes if you leave things a little too open-ended, I think you could run into different pitfalls than overly restricting yourself. I often argued, to my opinion, Taite Kubo shouldn't have maybe just said Bankai, like there's Shikai and Bankai, and that's really it. Like maybe you could have left it a little more open-ended, but then again, he had like the visors and the Rankars and like the whole Gyoku and Kenpachi or whatever. So there's other ways to get strong and whatnot, but you guys know me. I'm an execution guy. Execution is key. Execution is everything. I don't necessarily think there's a right way or wrong way to do something, but how did you execute your concept? Dialogue, Lopobia Baal. Panel, Tran looking back at Bam. Traumerei something rapid. Favorite panel was Traumerei's Dragon Cannon dialogue with Lopobia Viole. 8.5 out of 10. There you go. Rating 4 out of 10. Damn. 8 out of 10. Favorite panel. Traumerei tanking the bonk to cut off Gus's arm. Favorite dialogue. Anything but Bam proclaiming his Lopobia name. I did notice some differences in what Gustang said with each translation I read. I only read the Arvin one and this one, and I just got confused. So it just didn't help me at all. 7.4, trying to be different. Traumerei transforming in front of Bam was funny. Chapter was so crazy. I had to stay up to see your stream. I appreciate you, Hats. Hatsu, make sure you continue your sword training. And I still need you to beat a direct descendant from the REA family. I need that from Hats. In my opinion, he kind of underutilizes Kido in the endgame. That's actually fair enough. Fair. So I like Fullbringers. I think the Fullbring arc is hilarious. And I do like Shukishima with Book of the End. I can't say I necessarily dislike or like Fullbringers. They're there. They got, Orihime and Ichigo and Chad and shit. They out. Ginjo out. But I do like Book of the End. I think that's one of the coolest abilities that I've seen in anime. I think it's super dope, like the Ope no Mi. But strict power in Season 2 is one of the aspects which made TOG different and adored by fans. Let's be honest. Season 3 power level is very inconsistent. It's super inconsistent. But what can I do about it? It is what it is. But my whole point is it's just kind of like dynamic characters versus static characters. I don't inherently think one is better than the other. What type of story are you trying to tell, and how did you utilize it, and how did you execute? Your character can stay the same from chapter 1 to 300 or change from chapter 1 to 300. But did you do a good job with it? You get what I'm saying? Oh, Riruka, I like her too. Yeah, she actually my favorite Bleach girl, pink hair. Yeah, she the best. She the baddest. So I feel similarly about like a hard magic system and a soft magic system. Like yeah, I love Allomancy. I still think that's the most brilliant magic system I've ever seen. But Ki is fine. Like Ki works. Like Chakra works. Like like this other. Like I don't know. Just again, I'm one of those people. Like I just care about what you did. I don't necessarily think there's a one size fits all, one color paints all. So yeah. Naya, stick to the unknown translation as the most consistent in my opinion. Unknown? Okay, I'll look for that. Thank you. Haas will be Howquin when he inevitably comes back, but has to stand without White's power. There you go. Yeah, Mistborn is fire. By the way, Holland's suffering keeps going even in this chapter. At this point, it's just sad. I need something to kill Holland. He said put him out of his misery. surge binding greater than elemency. I'm not particularly mad at that. All right, peoples. Tomorrow, come for the stream. I'll be dropping videos throughout the week as always. And now I am going to make some Patreon content and then relax because the real world commences tomorrow. You guys be safe. Take care of one another. Now I am signing out. Yeah.